Hi guys, today we are going to be making some breaded chicken. So here's everything that you need. So first but foremost, you will obviously need chicken. So here is our chicken. You'll need some breadcrumbs. So we have the Italian style breadcrumbs with Romano cheese. You'll need salt, pepper, an egg, and some wax paper. Okay, so let's get started with basically coating the chicken. Okay, so you are going to crack that egg in there. You're going to add some pepper until it's a little coated, and then you are going to add some salt. Few dabs of that. What I will need is a fork, so I will grab a fork here and we are gonna beat that mixture up there just so that it's all mixed up. And combined together. So what you will be using this mixture for is to coat the chicken. So we've already cut our chicken up into little kind of slices here, if you can tell. But what you can do is you can take chicken breast, we usually clean it up and get rid of all the fat, and then you'll just kind of slice it up into nice little pieces. So we like our chicken strips, our breaded chicken, like really thin. So that's a good way to tell. It's all preference, so whatever you prefer your chicken to be. So what I did just do is I grabbed some wax paper here so that when we do coat the chicken and bread it, we can do it all on here and it's easy cleanup, throw away. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to grab my Italian style breadcrumbs and I am going to place a nice little pile. You may need to add more or less depending. Gonna kind of like give yourself a little bed of breadcrumbs to work with. I'm gonna start and open my bag here. So I'm gonna get all of these guys out of the way. And I am gonna go in with my fork and coat that chicken. Okay. Perfect. So you'll want to coat one side and then flip it over and coat the other side. Okay. Awesome. So once it looks pretty coated, I usually just do it twice. I will then let it drip down a little bit here so that there's not a lot of goopy egg stuff on the bottom. And then I will place it over my bed of breadcrumbs. So from there, I'm just gonna flip up my crumminess and get it all coated up. And what I do with my fork is I just press it down so that when you lift it up after, there's not, at least you have some breadcrumbs on here, okay? So I did just coat that side there, and if you could see, it is coated up there. Okay, so what I will do is I'll flip it and I'll make sure I'm doing that same thing on the other side. Okay, so I fully covered it and I'm just gonna push it down with the fork so that it is fully coated and kind of stuck to the chicken. And there we have it, our first piece. So where I am gonna put these now is I am gonna plop them into a metal pan and I will organize them the way that I need to get them all set up and placed in the oven. Okay, what I did forget to do is we need to put some pure oliva, so some virgin olive oil in the bottom of this pan so that it doesn't burn. So what I will do is I will just lightly coat the bottom of this here. And then I will, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift this little guy up so that it's not in the way, and put it back on my bed of breadcrumbs, and I'm just gonna kind of move it around here so that the bottom here is a little bit coated. So I'm gonna take that little chicken piece here and I am gonna plop it back in. Okay, so let's get to coating all these other little pieces. All right, so we do have our tray over here all done and ready to go into the oven. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna preheat our oven over here. What we do is we preheat it on conventional bake, so with our little fan here, and we are gonna preheat it at 230 degrees Celsius, which is 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And what we are gonna do is we're gonna preheat it. So usually it takes about half an hour to cook. So we are gonna flip it halfway through. So we'll preheat it for 15 minutes, it'll cook, and then we'll flip it halfway and put it in for another 15 minutes. So we are gonna start here and it is gonna start preheating, and then we'll pop those guys in the oven. Okay, so after I am done putting all the chicken in, what I like to do is, because chicken is, you know, there's a lot of things in chicken and we don't want to have any raw chicken, is I like to wipe down my surface that I used to put my chicken on so that it's all clean. So I use a Lysol wipe, and then I'll go with soap and water and just kind of like wipe it over so that if anything does fall on here, that it is all safe to do so. Okay, so our oven just preheated. What I am gonna do is I am gonna put my chicken into the oven to get it all cooking and yummy. So I did have to make another little tray, so I'm gonna pop that little guy on the bottom here, and then I will switch them out. So we are gonna leave it in there for 15 minutes. Okay, so our timer has ended. We are gonna take a look at our chicken in here. So 15 minutes has passed. So there is our cooked chicken. Not fully cooked, but half cooked. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna flip them. So I'm gonna flip them so that both sides get some nice cooking. Smelling really yummy. I wish you can all smell it on through your screens. The chicken is actually really moist, which is good. Just do is I'm gonna plop this one in and take the little one out real quick so we can flip that one too. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my timer for another 10 minutes and check on them. Usually it takes about half an hour, but I'll set them for 10 so that they don't overcook. Okay, so our timer has just come up here. So we are gonna pull these little guys out and check them. So what you can do is you can use this little device here to basically check the temperature of the chicken. It should be pretty cooked, so you want to just put it in the thickest point there. Yep, it is definitely done. So what I will do is I will just take a piece off here and we will slice that up for you. So you want to double check to make sure that the chicken is cooked to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So there we have it here. It is all white. You don't want to be seeing any pink. and it is pretty moist and ready to eat. This is how to cook breaded chicken. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel to watch some more videos, some more how-tos to get you guys all ready for your days. All right, thank you so much.